everybody, and happy Thursday. I had to think of what day it was. And I should know that because I really only do these lives on Tuesday and Thursday and then one on the weekend. So, beautiful weather today, and I think that for tonight, we're going to do a little leg strength. Yay! So, just remember, as we go through this practice, that do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. So if you're not feeling super strong today, that's okay. You know, just if I'm doing something that is not in your toolbox today, do something else. You're always welcome to rest on your mat, and y'all know that. I've preached that for 6 years. I never expect anybody to do anything that they can't do on a given day. But I'm just feeling a little energized, and so I thought this would be kind of cool, and I hadn't done one in a while. Don't know why I'm feeling energized, because Sasha's like driving me crazy. And I may have to go get her at some point. She's been super fussy today. Poor little baby, she's running the temperature, I think, on and off because of this UTI that she's got once again. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start, of course, with our sun salutations. So come to your wall, bring your feet to about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Arms down by your side, palms are open. Relax your shoulders. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, geez. Last night I started sneezing and it went on like for 20 or 25 sneezes. It was bad. Nice deep breaths. When you're ready, on the inhale, bringing your arms up, interlace your fingers with the index fingers pointing. On the exhale, we're going to bend to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend to the right. Inhale back to center, separate your hands, soften your knees, and fold forward. Oh, yay. That feels so good. Letting your head lead you on the inhale, rise to standing, hands coming together and into your heart. Step to the wall, extending your arms fully. On the exhale, we're going to bend the elbows. Coming down to kiss the wall is optional. Inhale, we're going to take the left leg back. Lengthen out through that heel. Oh, that feels so good. Inhale, stepping up. And on your next inhale, take your right leg back. Oh my goodness. Inhale, stepping up, and exhale, walking out into half down dog at the wall. Obviously, we're at the wall. That was a redundant part of it. Inhale, coming back up, push back away from the wall. On the inhale, taking your arms up. On the exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise back to standing, bringing your hands into your heart. On the inhale, sweeping your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling, interlace your fingers. On the exhale, we're going to bend to the right. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend to the left. Inhale back to center, separate your hands, soften your knees, and fold forward. Let your head lead you. On the inhale, rise back to standing, hands into your heart, step to the wall, extend your arms, exhale, coming down, inhale, coming up, and on your next inhale, take your right leg back. Oh, lengthen out through that heel. You can adjust your hands if you need to. Inhale, stepping up, and your next inhale, take your left leg back. Yeah. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, walk out into half down dog. Inhale, come back up. Push back away from the wall. On the inhale, bringing your arms up. On the exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise back to standing. Hands into your heart and down by your side. Back to the top of our mats. Let's come into mountain pose once again. Relaxing our shoulders, standing up nice and tall. Breathing, really rooting the feet down into the mat. Just getting that breath going. Sometimes when I'm in mountain pose and first starting that, I like to close my eyes and just really feel the mat with my feet without being able to see anything. It's kind of a different perception, if you will. On your next inhale, taking your arms up, bringing the palms together. On your exhale, soft knees as you fold forward into your standing forward bend. And Sasha's calling me. So you guys hang out in standing forward bend and I'll be right back. All right. Here we go. Sasha's gonna come join us. She's just not feeling so good. You lay down right there. There you go. All right. Letting your head lead you. On the inhale, we're going to rise to standing, bringing the arms to shoulder width apart. If you want to bring your feet together, you can, because we're going to go into chair. On the exhale, we're setting back into chair. Utkatasana. Nice deep breaths, starting our leg strength. Then we'll bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, and on the exhale, we're going to twist to the left. It's okay, baby. Mama's right here. Hi, CP. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Take a deep breath in and power up. And exhale, fold back down into your standing forward bend. And on your next inhale, we're going to take the left leg back. You're going to turn that back foot to 45 degrees. Make sure the right knee is stacked over the ankle. And inhale, rise into warrior two. Making sure the body is at center. Arms are up level with one another. You want to do warrior two with mama? My sweet girl. Yeah. Nice deep breaths. Then we'll exhale, dropping the right arm to the right leg, bringing the left arm straight up or over into Parsvakonasana, making sure that both palms are open and full of energy and you're not collapsing into your right arm. So you're holding the strength of this pose with your legs. You can look up or down. Just listen to your neck. Then we'll inhale, coming back up. Release your arms. Shake your legs out a little bit. Yeah. Then we're going to bring the feet out wide, but we're going to turn the toes out. Bringing the arms up into goalpost or cactus arms. On the exhale, we're going to squat down into goddess. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. One more time, up we go. Release your arms. Let's turn that back foot out to the wall. And we're going to turn this foot, which would be your right, to 45 degrees. Inhale the arms up, exhale lunge into warrior two. And if you need to adjust your stance, just do so with the back foot. Just breathe. Oh, I'm thinking it's going to feel really good when I turn this fan on. It's about 85 degrees here today, which is not too bad. On the exhale, dropping your left arm to your left leg, bringing your right arm straight up or over into side angle. Once again, the palms are open, full of energy. Hi, baby. Mama sees you. No, don't start crying. And then we're going to inhale back up into warrior two, release the arms, shake the legs out. And for balancing tonight, let's see. Let's do eagle pose. So find your focal point, get your breath. When you're ready, you're going to bend your left leg, bring your right leg around, either with the toes to the mat or wrapped all the way around. Sit back and down. Then you can bring your right arm up, the left arm comes under, palms together, backs of the hands, hug yourself, dream of Jeannie, whatever you want to do. Just breathe and focus. The more you sit in this, the further down you sit, the easier it is to hold it, believe it or not. Make sure that you're hugging the thighs together, hugging into the midline of the body. And then when you're ready, release your arms, release your legs. Oh, I gotta turn this fan on. Get your focal point once again, and we're gonna start on a bent right leg. When you're ready, bringing the left leg around, either toes to the mat or wrapping all the way around. Sit back and down, left arm up, right arm under, and breathe. Eagle pose, Garudasana. And then, of course, whenever you're ready, you can release your arms, release your leg. So remember, you can do eagle pose using the wall. If you're going to do that, what you're going to do is back up to the wall and then kind of walk yourself down a little bit until your bent knee. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing from this far across the room. And then you wrap the leg around and just bring the toes to the mat, and then you can do your arms any way you want. Just remember, if you use the wall for something like this, when you're done, you need to bring your palms to the wall to push up and come out of it. Otherwise, you could propel yourself the opposite direction, which would not be a good thing. All right, so as we continue down to the floor, I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down. Here we go. And we're going to step back a little ways from the front of the mat. Bring the feet out to the width, or almost. Turn the toes out. Bring the palms together. So we're going to go down into garland pose, but of course, as always, you have the option to go into standing forward bend and downward facing dog, or just to gently come down to the mat. You don't have to come into garland. But if you're going to, bring the palms into Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. On the exhale, we're going to squat down, and your heels might be lifted or they might be set down like mine. You never know. If you want to kind of sway back and forth, feel free to do so. That kind of feels good to me. And then we'll come to a stop. I'm going to go ahead and get my blanket to cushion my knees. And then I'm going to come onto all fours. So make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, you're spreading your fingers wide, knees are underneath the hips, tops of the feet are flat. On the inhale, drop the belly, look up to the ceiling. On the exhale, bring the chin into the chest, rounding your back. Moo. Meow. Just keep moving with your own breath. Are you about to get rowdy on me, sweet pea? Okay. Mom's right here. Just keep moving, keep breathing. Good. I'm right here. See? Hey, Mama? Then on your next inhale, turn your toes under. On the exhale, we're going to push back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Then we're going to inhale, taking the left leg up. I'm trying to make sure my foot doesn't hit that ceiling fan. Then look up to the top of your mat, and we're going to inhale and bring that foot up to the top of the mat. Then we're going to come back up into a high lunge. Arms down by your side. On the exhale, we're going to drop that right knee. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Hands down to the mat. Release the foot back into downward facing dog. Hi, baby. Inhale, taking your right leg up into three-leg down dog. And then we're gonna inhale, coming up to the top of the mat with that foot. So now you're in a high lunge once again. Then you're gonna stand your upper body up. Whoops. So now you're in a high lunge and you're actually standing. On the exhale, we're gonna kneel down onto that left knee. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, hands down to the mat, and take that right leg back. So we're back into our downward facing dog once again. And then we're gonna come down onto our knees. So make sure that your knees are about hip width apart. Bring your hands back into Anjali Mudra. Tops of the feet are flat, or you can turn your toes under if you want. On the exhale, we're going to lean back into kneeling staff pose. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, leaning back. Woo! Inhale, coming up. I almost fell over. Exhale, leaning back. One more time. Here we are. Woo! Feeling strong? Yeah. All right. So, my goodness. Let's go ahead and come down onto all fours once again. This time I want you to take your gaze off your mat. So don't stare straight down. I want you to stare out to the end of your mat, because you're going to focus as we go into Ruddy Goose. Okay, so on the inhale, we're going to take the left leg back to about hip height. You're going to flex that foot, and then I want you to drop the left hip. So see how that dropped down? Then it levels out the right hip. You can stay right here, or you can inhale, bringing the right arm up. Palm is facing to your left. Breathe. And again, you can stay here, or you can reach back, grabbing the left foot with the right hand. Push the foot and the hand together to lift the knee. And then inhale, extend all the way out. Exhale, the hand and the knee down to the mat. Keep your focus at the end of the mat. And inhale, take your right leg back. Foot is flexed. Shift the right hip down. That'll balance the left. Inhale, the right arm up, or the left arm up if you're so inclined. Palm is facing to the right. Then if you want to reach back and grab your foot, go for it. Breathe. Are you going to get fussy on me, sweet pea? Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hand and knee down to the mat. And then you can rest back in child's pose or in happy puppy, whichever you prefer. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to take Sasha to see Daddy because he just got home. So, come on, baby. I'll be back in a minute. Just breathe. All right, we'll see how long that lasts. Like I said, she's super fussy. So on the exhale, let's come back up and come down to seated. Whew. We're gonna keep the left leg extended, and we're gonna bring the right foot either into the shin or into the inside of the left thigh. Pull your buns out from under you. Fingertips to the mat beside you. I'm sweating. Inhale, let's take the arms up, shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. Come out of the waist and exhale, fold into Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. And you guys know I almost never sweat in yoga, but running back and forth to get her and not having the fan on when I start, yeah, I'm a little sweaty. So you can take your hands either to the outside edges of your foot, to your shin, to the mat, or if you want to use your strap, keep those elbows glued back. And breathe, keeping your back flat, the neck neutral. Just nice deep breaths. Sometimes it feels so good just to really sink into a seated pose. You know, it's important to do all of it, the standing and everything. That's why I always do it in 4 sections. But sometimes this is just so nice. Just keep the breath going. And remember, there are all kinds of different things you can do when you're doing head to knee pose. You can put a block at the end of your foot and hold on to that if you're super stretchy. You can take your right hand to the outside of the left foot and the left hand behind you and twist your body to the left. If you're going to do that one, I would just do it for about 3 or 4 breaths maybe, and then turn back to the original position that you were in. On your exhale, let's walk the hands back in. Bring the right foot flat to the mat on the outside of the left leg. You can keep your left leg straight, or you can swing it back so that that heel is now on the outside of your right hip. Right hand will go behind you. Make sure that both sitting bones are on the mat. Inhale the left arm up and exhale, twist to the right into Ardha Machendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes. Oh, I have a critter in here with me. I can't see what it is, but since it's crawling on the wall, I'm thinking it's probably a little spider. Okay, well, I'm not going to bother him, and he probably won't bother me. And on the exhale, we're going to turn forward, extend the right leg onto the mat, foot is flexed. Bring the left foot either to the shin or the inside of the thigh. Pull the buns out. Fingertips out to the side. Inhale the arms up. Lengthen coming out of the waist. And exhale, fold from the top of your thigh. Yes. And once again, you're going to take your hands to wherever you are comfortable tonight. Try to line your crown of your head down your spine and keep your back as flat as you can. And then it's just a matter of breathing. You know, and if you start off in a pose, let's say you start with your hands down on your foot. And then maybe after a few breaths, you start to feel uncomfortable. Just back off, you know, come back up off of it. On the inverse side of that, if you start way up here, and as you start to breathe, you start to feel things kind of loosen up in your leg, then you can maybe go down a little bit further. So always listen to your body, of course, because it knows better than you do. Sometimes our brains override what should be going on with our bodies because we get like competitive even with ourselves, and we all have a little bit of an ego. Ooh, I forgot to do the magic yoga cube tonight. Oh well, I'm not going to get up and get it. On the exhale, walking your hands back in, let's bring the left foot to the outside of the right leg, flat to the mat. You can keep the right leg extended or bring it back. Let's see how that feels tonight. Nope, still can't do that one. I'm getting there though. Left hand behind you, inhale the right arm up, exhale, twist. And as usual, you can wrap your arm around your leg, take your hand to your knee, or you can bring the arm to the outside of your leg with the palm up or down. Using the back hand just for very light support or to help you torque a little bit more into the twist. Not so much that you're going to hurt your back, but sometimes it helps to get that little bit of extra leverage. And it feels good. But if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And the exhale will turn forward, and then we're going to take the legs out wide. Both feet are flexed. Pull the buns out once again. Palms to the mat in front of you. On the exhale, walking forward into wide leg seated forward bend. Upavista Konasana. If you want to grab hold of your big toes, feel free to do so. If you want to just keep your hands to the mat, that's fine. And you don't have to go very far. It's more important to kind of keep the chest open, draw the shoulders back. I used to hate this pose, and I love it now. It's one of my favorites. Isn't that weird? Too bad chair can't be that way, right? Oh. I think really there's always going to be at least one pose that somebody doesn't like, you know? For each of you, there's at least one that you don't like, and no matter how much you do it, you're never going to like it. And that's okay. You know, some people say that if you don't like a pose, then it means your body needs it more. And I certainly could use stronger thighs. And that's probably why I don't like chair pose, because it hurts my thighs. But I think it's okay if you don't like a pose, you know? You don't have to like everything. So, chair is mine. We're just not friends. But I am glad that I came to like this pose, because I think it has some great benefits for your groin, your hips, your back. It feels good. And of course, we want to keep the breath going. And then exhale, and we'll come back up. Release the feet one at a time. Bringing them flat to the mat. Inhale, let's pull up between the legs. Holding the knees, of course, because that's how you pull yourself up, right? Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, adjusting your feet wherever you need to with your pelvis. Hands will go around your ankles or interlace your fingers around your toes. On the exhale, we're going to pull down into bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Once again, you want your back to be as flat as possible. Your neck is neutral, so you should be looking out in front of your toes, not down at your feet. Project your heart, relax your shoulders. And then exhale, come back up and bring the knees back together. So we're going to come down onto our backs now. And this is probably not as long of a practice as I normally would do, but I have a photography club meeting through Zoom tonight. So as soon as I finish this, I'm going to go eat, and then I'm doing photography club. So sorry for the rush, but you know, you do what you got to do, right? All right. So we'll come down onto our backs, obviously. Make sure that your feet are about hip width apart and your ankles are under your knees. Bring your palms flat to the mat. Then we're going to push into the feet and the hands, lifting the hips into easy bridge. Making sure that we hug the knees into the midline of the body and release your chin away from your chest. Breathe. Keep those hips elevated. Now, if you want to add a little challenge, since it is leg strength day, you can inhale and take your right leg straight up to the sky. Foot is pointed. Push into the left foot. That keeps the hips up. And then exhale that foot down, back to the mat. And inhale, take the left leg up. Again, the foot is pointed, and you're pushing into the right foot really hard to keep the hips lifted. And then exhale that leg down. Keep breathing those deep breaths. And exhale the body down to the mat. Good stuff, huh? All right. Let's inhale, bringing the knees into the chest. You can either cross your ankles and rock in cradle rock, or if you want to come into happy baby, feel free to do that. Just massage that back. Yes. Feels so good. Oh my goodness. Cradle rock is, in my opinion, one of the simple pleasures of life, especially if you have any kind of back pain. Then we'll come to a stop, uncross your ankles. If you're in Happy Baby, release your arms and bend your knees back down. Then we're going to take the hands to the back of your legs, or if you need your strap, you can put that around the balls of your feet. Inhale, we're going to take the legs straight up to the sky. Feet are flexed. In reverse pose, Viparita Karni. Pretend like you've got a stack of books on your feet and you want to keep your feet flat so the books don't fall on your face. Just breathe. Then on the exhale, we're going to take the legs out into a V. So you can either support your legs, well, if you've got the strap, you can do it that way. But if you don't, you can support your legs by putting your hands on the back of your thighs and resting your elbows on the mat. Now, if you prefer, you can take your hands to the inside of the legs and give them a little bit of extra weight to open the legs up. I don't really like that, so I'm just going to support with the elbows here. Just breathe. Then we're going to inhale, bring those legs back together. Bring the soles of your feet together. Grab hold of the outside edges of your feet or your ankles and pull your heels down and in to bound angle. Oh, yeah. And breathe. Then we're going to bring the knees back together. So obviously you released your hands. Extend the left leg out onto the mat. Keep the right knee in and take your left hand to that knee. Right arm goes out to the side of the body. On the exhale, you're going to twist to the left into revolved abdomen. Keep your shoulders as flat to the mat as possible. And you can look up to the ceiling or over your right shoulder to extend the twist. And if you can't reach your right knee with that left hand, you can take the hand to your thigh instead. You know, if you've got short arm syndrome like Mackenzie called it. I miss that girl. Unfortunately, she's not on Facebook, so she can't ever join us. Then we'll inhale, taking that knee up. Give it a little tug into your chest. Extend that leg onto your mat. And inhale, bring the left knee in. Taking the left arm to the outside of the body. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Your right hand is on the knee or the thigh. And you're looking up to the ceiling or over your left shoulder. Trying to make sure that your shoulders stay as flat to the mat as possible. And still breathing nice and deep. Even in this twist, you want to breathe nice and deep. And we'll inhale, bringing that knee back up and give it a little hug. Extend the leg onto your mat. And then you guys go ahead and get yourselves into Shavasana for rest. So you want to get your props, whatever you need tonight. Take your legs out to the width of the mat. Let your feet and ankles roll out to the side. Arms either down by your side or resting gently on your belly. Close your eyes. Bring your breath back to its natural rhythm. Just relax into the mat and focus on your breath. Let's start to get some movement back into our bodies, gently coming out of Shavasana. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes or turning your head from side to side. When you're ready, rolling over to one side and rest for a breath or two before coming gently back to seated. Once you come back to seated, you're going to see that while you were in Shavasana, I was joined by both Sadie and Sasha. Sasha was getting a little fussy with Daddy, and Sadie just decided she wanted to be on the live too. Yes, I love you so much. All right, so let's come back into Sukhasana, easy pose. Bring your hands into prayer. You can pretend mine are, because I got them under Sasha. Here we go. My final thought for tonight is if you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with some rain. So remember, rain's not all bad, because at the end there might be that rainbow. Thank you for joining me in my practice tonight. Namaste. Right, girls? Can you say namaste? All right. Hope everybody has a good rest of your evening. Move, Sadie. And I'll catch you guys later. Love you.